Good morning and welcome to my look that I'm going to use for my husband's birthday party with cranberry and blue eyes using the Inglot eyeshadows, 55 for cranberry and 338 for the deep azure. I hope you enjoy the following tutorial. Let's see what we really look like now. Oh, that's me. Good morning. So we're going to stretch a little bit, get ready, take a deep breath, because we're going to do a good job at putting on our makeup today. First, we're going to use Pur Primer. Pure Primer is supposed to be good at instantly reducing the appearance of pores and creating a flawless, uniform tone. So I found out afterwards that I needed to shake it before I use it. So if you get one of these primers, just shake it before you use it. It's much better. Next, let's do something about those lips. We need to start prepping them. We're going to use the Kaplan MD Beverly Hills Lip 20 mask. That'll get them nice and plump. We'll leave that on for several minutes and then we'll put a moisturizer afterwards. So that way when I put on whichever lipstick I'm going to put on, the lips will be nice and prepped. Now we're going to use the Tarte foundation and the Tarte bamboo brush. It's going to be a long day and I find that my Tarte foundation is best at lasting about 14 to 16 hours of all my foundations. So I put a little bit on my hand to warm it up, put it on my Tarte brush, start rubbing it all over my face. Even though I'm going to use an eye base later, I do put a little bit on my eyelids just to try to keep it all uniform. Next, let's get rid of those eye bags. With the eyes, we're going to use the Bye Bye Undereye concealer. It's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, so I'm going to place it mostly under the eyelid or the rings around my eyes. You just need a little bit on your fingers. I put it on my fourth finger, I rub it together with the other fourth one to warm it up, and I do both of the eyes at the same time. I'm a little OCD about doing them at the same time. So it lightens it up, and then I get my brush, which is a concealer brush, to blend it into my foundation. To bring the color up a little bit, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Treatment Makeup. That takes it closer to my skin color, so that way you don't notice as much that I have a lighter skin product on. Both of these are great for lasting all day and I've been impressed. Next, to set under the eyes, we're going to use some Nye Banana powder. Typically you don't need that much, but I'm going to be doing my eyes after my face, so I'm going to put a little bit more powder on, so if I have any fallout from doing my eyes, I can brush it away with a little bit more Nye powder. I'm going to be using my Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Powder Makeup. This is another one that I like for using all day with my Younique Powder Puff Brush. This has very good coverage. Today I'm not going to be contouring because the eyes themselves are going to be so dramatic. I don't think I need a contour with it. I just need good coverage on the rest of the skin. So we're going to then take my fan brush from Sephora to apply some blush. We're going to be using the Lancôme Brush Fard-A-Joue. And it has a little bit of sparkle in it, so it's almost like a highlighter as well as a blush. It has a very nice color to it though, so I like using it just at the top of my cheeks, and occasionally I put a little bit on my nose as well. Next, we're going to be using the eyeshadow base. Typically I use my fingers to put the eyeshadow base on. However, I'm going to be showing you, if you have longer fingernails, you can use a cream eyeshadow pencil to apply the eyeshadow base to the eyes. I'm using my MAC Painterly Pot. Now I'm showing you my favorite Inglot shadows. We're going to be using the Ruddy Cranberry, which is number 55, and the Bright Deep Azure Blue, which is 338. We're going to be using a Younique shader brush for the lids, and we're going to be using a MAC 217 brush for the cranberry color. So first we're going to start off with the lids in that color 338, that nice blue. Because I have crepey eyes, I go back and forth to make sure that I don't have any wrinkles in my eyeshadow. I want to get this nice and deep, so I spend a little bit of time going back and forth, taking a second look, and reapplying a little bit more. As people get more mature, which is a name I like to call old, our eyelids can become a little crepey, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun with darker colors. After I finish doing this to both eyes, I'm going to take my MAC 217 brush into that Ruddy Cranberry Red, which is number 55, and go right above and gently start to blend the two colors together right at the crease. As well, I'm lightly blending, going back and forth, because I don't want any fallout. The nice thing about the Inglot shadows is I don't get fallout with them, but I don't want to tempt fate, so I build up the color very slowly. I go back and forth between the different eyes to make sure that it's nice and deep. You saw me take the 217 brush. I put some powder on it because on the outside of the eye there was a little bit of extra cranberry red, so I used regular face powder on a clean MAC 217 brush just to clean that up, and it worked perfectly. Now I'm going to the other eye. Sorry about the lighting. Yes, these are some of my first videos, so I am still getting used to different lighting, different cameras. I do plan on getting a better camera so you can see more of the details, zoom in and zoom out, but one thing at a time. Let's first see if I get these videos out. Next, I'm going to take my Maybelline eyeliner in Blackest Black, and I'm going to take my MAC 210 brush to apply. I put my mirror very close to the camera so I can see, and I start off from the inside out. Oh, I went and grabbed my Real Techniques eyeliner brush because I wanted to get it thicker. The MAC brush is great for thin lines, but I wanted to do a thick line with this look, so I grabbed my Real Techniques brush, which gives me a nice thicker eyeline line and keeps the shape. Now on the left side, when I was doing it, I messed up a little bit. That's not a problem. That's when I get my other primer that I use. Yes, it's called Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel. I use it as a primer sometimes because it's wonderful. It doesn't make me feel greasy. But I also put it on the tip of a Q-tip and rub slightly where the eyeliner should not be, and rub out and sort of erase where I don't want the eyeliner. Then I go back with my Tarte Bamboo brush, and because it still has a little bit of foundation in it left over, and even though I haven't really disturbed my foundation or powder, I want to make sure it's flawless, so I go back and add a little bit more foundation, and I take my Estee Lauder Double Wear powder and put a little bit on there just to make sure everything looks perfect. Next is time for under the eyes. I take an e.l.f. smudge brush, I take that cranberry color, and I line the smudge it on the bottom of the eyelash to get it to be nice and ruddy red. And then I take another brush and I dab the blue just on the inside, and then I take an e.l.f. pencil brush and sort of marry the two lines together. Now we're going to take Urban Decay eyeliner pencil and Perversion. It's my favorite black eyeliner pencil. It works very well. So I'm lining my waterline. It's kind of tricky sometimes to do this because I've only been doing this 4 months and my eyes still wonder what I'm doing. Then I'm going to take my eyelash curler. It's just an e.l.f. eyelash curler, but for my purposes it's good enough. I'm going to be using falsies today, so I don't need to use my expensive, wonderful eye mascara. I'm going to just be using my CoverGirl mascara because I'm just curling and coating enough to where they blend well with my falsies. Then I'm going to take my Urban Decay Perversion mascara to line my bottom eyes, my bottom eyelashes with. It gives it a nice full look, nice dark look. And then I will be taking my Younique lash comb to go through the bottom eyelashes and make sure that they're neat and that I'm not getting any of it where I don't want it. If you notice, when I apply the the bottom mascara, I have my mirror almost flat on the table and I'm looking down into the mirror. That way it doesn't get on my skin. I'm going to take this moisturizing lip balm from Maybelline, put some on to again condition my lip a little bit more while I go and decide which falsies. Today we're going to be using Sephora Celebrity Falsies because I want a nice full look. With the brush from the Duo Brush On Adhesive with Vitamins glue, I make sure that I tap the whole eyelash, but I pay special attention to both corners because it's the corners that if you have problems that are going to come up after 14 hours. I apply it with both hands and try to fix it onto the eyelash, trying to meet it right where the eyelash meets the eyelid. And then I go and I do the same with the left side. I always start with my right side of my eyelashes because when I was starting it could take me 8 attempts to try to get my falsies on. So I started with the one I was worst at, gave myself a little confidence, and then went and did my left side. And for some reason my left side never had to try more than twice. Except for today I seem to be having a little bit of problem, but not near as much problem as I used to have. Now it's time for eyebrows. We're going to first comb out some of the eyebrows just to see what shape we're going to go for today. I'm using my Younique brow brush, and then I'm going to be using my Estee Lauder brow pencil to shape my eyebrows because the eyebrows do frame the eyes. Usually I don't go for as dark an eyebrow look, but with this dark eyeshadow, again, I'm going to be going for a deeper eyebrow look to match and frame the eyeshadow. I don't need to take it too long though because this is almost more of a rounded rather than a cat eye look. So I just need to concentrate on the shape in the middle and make sure that my arch is sufficient. And then after I take my Estee Lauder brow pencil, I'm going to be going and getting my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Soft Brown. Again, I apologize to Miss Anastasia because no, I still haven't learned completely right how to shape my eyebrows, but I love her stuff. So I fill in the eyebrows where it needs to be filled in, and I take my brow brush again and comb through to distribute the product evenly. Then I'm going to wipe off the excess moisturizer on the lips, and I have my favorite MAC lipstick, which is called Shy Girl. It's a semi-creamy matte type lipstick. I apply Shy Girl. And then I'm not using lip liner with this. I don't use lip liner as much because I do have generous lips, but with this color I especially don't need lip liner. And then this is the finished look that my husband finds irresistible. Please subscribe and like. It has been fun doing this, and I hope you guys have had as much fun watching. If you have any questions or anything else, suggestions, please list below. Thank you so much and have a good day.